Hi, this is Prescription Pro, Project 5, Inventory. In this particular video, we'll discuss the inventory management of Prescription Pro. We'll go to the mockups. This is the main menu for Prescription Pro, and you can see the option Inventory. So we'll click on Inventory option. So once we click on that, we come to Manage Inventory page or screen. Here you can see there are three options: Current Status, Load Cartridge, and Notifications. We'll discuss each of them. So we'll go to current status first. We'll click on this particular option. Here you can see that there are different medicines, medicine 1, 2, and 3 for the prescription PR_CA101. You can see the quantity in which they are available. That is, medicine 1 is available for like 30 pieces or 30 pills. Medicine 2, 15, and medicine 3, 15. The frequency of dosage will be 211. So you can infer that these medicines are available only for 15 days. And you can see the status as yellow, which is derived from the threshold that we set for all these medicines. Currently, for example, we have the threshold of 10. So you can see it's more than 10. Like it's available for 15 days, which is not closer to the threshold, but then it's fine. So you can see it's yellow. If it were more than like 20 days or around 20 days, then the status would have been green. But if it were like very close to the threshold, like, then the status would have been red. So we can go back to the inventory management screen. So here you have to load the cartridge. Once you see it's crossing the threshold or it's alerting the system, you can go and load the cartridge here. So you can see you have to select the prescription for which you want to load the cartridge, and it's PR_CA101. And there are different steps that you need to follow to load the cartridge. You can see that you have to place the cartridge on the cartridge slot. So once you see the physical mockup of this particular application or this particular equipment, you will see there's a slot available for inserting the cartridge, and there's a button beside that to load the cartridge. So there are two steps here right now. First, you place the cartridge in the cartridge slot, and then you press the load button. So once you press the load button on that equipment, the cartridge is jacked, which means it's ready to dispense medicine into the inner chambers of the equipment. So in order to load it, you need to click on the load button. So once we click the load button, we can see the progress bar. So with this, we can see, or we can track how the cartridge is loading. So you can see that right now it's scanning the QR code. So once this process is done, we can actually see the medicines are loaded. We'll move next. So you can see here the load button is disabled because the cartridge has already been loaded and the medicines are ready to be dispensed into the internal chambers of the application or equipment. So we'll go to the main menu. So we already discussed on current status and load cartridge. So once you load the cartridge, the medicine is readily available to be dispensed. So another important thing is that once the medicines are crossing the threshold which we define in this particular equipment on this particular application, it should alert the users or people who are associated with it so that they can request for a new cartridge. So we'll discuss some notifications for this. Here you can see for prescription PR_CA101, there are three medicines and we need to set their thresholds. For example, we have the threshold for medicine 1 as 20 and medicine 2 as 10 and medicine 3 as 10. So this is the current threshold. It's available for 10 days. So this is a threshold with which the status will be updated for different medicines in the current status. So we'll click on save. So once we come here, we can see the different recipients for the messages. Like once it crosses the threshold or it's nearing the threshold, you get updates. So you have the three people here, like the patient, caregiver, and the pharmacy. And you can use these checkboxes to select them. You can add more recipients using this add button. It's very important to have pharmacies inside because inside this particular notification list, because once they get a notification or the deadline for the next refill, they can start preparing the refill and they can directly send it to the customer or to the patient or to the caregiver so that they can upload it. So we'll save this. You can see your notification has already been created. Now in order to update it, you need to click on OK button. So you can see you've already updated the notifications and you're back to the main menu. We need to exit from here. So we're back to the welcome screen for Prescription Pro. So we have covered the different aspects of notifications here, and thank you.